How is everyone? Good. Okay, everybody ready? Good? Good? Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Mitch McCoy. I'm the Director of Public Affairs and Information for the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. We want to update you on a couple different cases. The first being our homicide investigation from overnight that is in the Central West End area. It has been very active this morning. Our homicide detectives have been working around the clock, and they have actually been interviewing somebody as well, which is the reason for the delay in posting some of the information on our website this morning, is to make sure that you guys had the most updated information. So just after 1 o'clock this morning, SLMPD officers were requested by the University City Police regarding a missing person investigation. That missing person investigation led the University City Police Department to the area of Olive and Whittier. That is regarding the missing person. His cell phone was pinging in that area. When police officers arrived in that area, they found a man who had been shot. At this time, and it's still early in the investigation, we believe the man that officers were searching for related to that missing person is the victim to this homicide. He is 24 years old. It is important that I share with you that we are working with the medical examiner's office to confirm the victim's identity of who we found this morning. But all indications, all things indicate that this is going to be the same person. That man was reported missing earlier in the day on January 20th to the University City Police Department. The circumstances regarding the missing person part of that investigation is still underway by U City Police. We want to, as we're working with the medical examiner's office to confirm the identity, we also want to make sure that the family is properly notified as well. We believe that this is possibly related to an earlier shots fired call that occurred around 8:45 hours before. District 5 officers responded to that shots fired call. They observed a vehicle that was leaving that scene very quickly. Officers were able to stop that vehicle more than a half-mile away at Boyle and Lindell. Officers observed a weapon inside the vehicle. Officers took that person into custody along with seizing that vehicle. Our homicide detectives are leading this investigation, working with University City Police as well, and they have been working nonstop, which led to detaining a person this morning that was relative to that shots fired call last night. So that person has been getting interviewed by our homicide detectives this morning to get a better understanding of the events that occurred. At this point in the investigation, we believe that the man that was reported missing knows the suspect or the person that detectives are interviewing right now related to that shots fired call as well. So there's multiple moving parts to this investigation. To summarize it, to sum it all up, we have a shots fired call around 8:45. District 5 officers go to that area. We get information about the vehicle that a suspect is possibly leaving in. That suspect vehicle leaves at a very quick speed. Officers stop that vehicle at Boyle and Lindell. The person officers take into custody is armed, has the firearm inside the car. University City Police request us several hours later, around 1 o'clock, related to a missing persons investigation. That missing persons investigation led U City police officers to the city of St. Louis because of the victim's cell phone that was pinging. Officers find the body there in the area of, in a rear alley between at Olive and Whittier. So there's multiple moving parts, but I can tell you that the person that is being interviewed is the person that officers took into custody related to that shots fired call earlier in the night. Obviously, a very complicated timeline here that we tried to walk you guys through. I know some of you may have questions. Do we want to do that now, or do you guys want to go into the next update on a different case? Okay. Officers had no information at that time that somebody was in some type of life-threatening situation. We can tell you that officers were responding to that shots fired call. As they were responding, they saw the vehicle that was leaving very quickly, and then that's when the traffic stop was conducted about 7/10 of a mile away, which is several minutes away from where that shots fired call originated from.
But they didn't return back until 1 a.m.?
And
It's my understanding they went back to that area, but they didn't find a body.
why do you believe that the person who was taken into custody from the shots fired call and the man who is deceased, why do you believe they know each other?
We have information at this point to believe that they knew each other. But we can't get into those specific details right now.
And the shots fired call, was anybody hit? What went on with that?
The shots fired call, we believe, is going to be connected to the homicide that's under investigation now.
So you think that that's whenever this man was killed, and then it wasn't until 1 o'clock when he was found in the house?
We're going to work with the medical examiner's office on trying to determine the time of death, but we do believe that the two cases are connected.
Was it a shots fired call or did someone call 911?
It's my understanding somebody called 911.
When did police officers go back and find the victim?
It was after University City Police was pinging a cell phone related to the missing persons investigation.
That was at 1.
That was around 1 o'clock, yes.
Presumably missing person lived in U City, that's why U City Police were involved.
He was reported missing to the University City Police. I don't know his exact residence, yeah.
There was a van at the scene this morning where the victim was found, and can you describe how that van was related to the victim or the case?
It's my understanding that the van is, the type of work that he does is the vehicle that he was driving.
Do you know?
But he was not, all information that we have now indicates that the victim and suspect, everybody knows each other in some fashion here, and that he was there on unrelated business, right? I mean, he wasn't there in that area conducting business for the job that he does.
Do you know do either of them live in that area or why that was the area where it happened?
I'm not going to get into those specific details, but I do know that there are people that live in that area, which is why the victim was in that area.
U City Police said that this person was a delivery driver. Is this the same incident? They gave a name, who was 23 years old, was last seen delivering packages for his job in the University City area. Is this the same, is this related? Is this the same person?
I'm not going to get into that, other than there was a missing persons investigation from University City.
Just going off that, there was a 1-year age discrepancy.
Yeah, let me double check. It's my understanding he's 24, but I'll double check.
And they said that he was there for work, but you said he wasn't there for work?
That's correct.
Sorry, let me follow up on that. You said U City for work, but not at the shooting scene. Is that not the police?
So let's back up, because it is a complicated timeline, a chain of events. So we know that the University City Police Department was conducting a missing persons investigation, and that is because of a cell phone that was pinging in the area of Olive and Whittier. That person, on his job, made a stop in that area to somebody that we believe he knows, and that at some point, possible shots were fired, and that is related back to that earlier call around 8:45. It is our belief that that is when the shooting took place. However, as you guys can understand, we're still interviewing the person that we have detained right now. So we're still trying to solidify some of this stuff. But we do believe that that shots fired call is related at 8:45 to the missing person investigation that started unfolding at 1 o'clock by the U City Police Department in the city. Does that make, okay.
This might be a question for U City, so it's fine if it is, but at what point was he last seen in U City before eventually being found here at 1 o'clock? I know it was Tuesday that he was reported missing.
Right.
And I know that they said he was delivering packages in U City, but do you know what time that was?
It's my understanding that, I don't know, other than we had a shots fired call around 8:45 that night. And he was in the city, but the people he was visiting was not related to the job that he was out performing.
So just to confirm, he was out driving but made a stop at somebody's house,
A personal stop, yes.
personal stop.
But not a stop related to the job that he was performing or doing or hired to do.
But technically he was on duty at the time?
I don't know what, yeah, I don't know.
He was 23.
23, okay, he is 23. Good. Okay. I want to update you on another investigation. This is going to be related to a death investigation that started unfolding on Monday afternoon. As we shared on our website, officers were called to a person down call in the 3800 block of Cook Avenue. Officers arrived on scene. They found a woman who was dead. She is 40 years old. And during an autopsy on January 20th, on Tuesday, the medical examiner's office determined that she had been shot to death. So that is officially a homicide investigation. We have a preliminary identification. We have not been able to confirm it yet with the medical examiner's office. When we do, we will share that online. But it is a homicide investigation. We are asking anybody that might have information about what happened to call our homicide division or call Crime Stoppers.
Are you releasing her name?
No. As I just shared, we're still working to confirm her identity.
Mitch, can you talk about the Lyft driver? I realize this wasn't all in the city when it happened.
What Lyft driver?
The Lyft driver that apparently was assaulted by 4 people who he had picked up in the city. He had picked them up in the city, and then there was another jurisdiction involved. But it seems like the assault happened here first. But
I don't know what case you're talking about. Yeah, sorry. I'm not sure.
okay,
Yeah.
St. Louis County sent out a.
right, county did, but it started. They said St. Louis Police to start out with because I believe the incident they were picked up in the city, and there were 4 people. One of them gave him a big bear hug. And it was pretty bad. Took him out. They pistol whipped him. It was a bad situation. And then I think he was going to an address in St. Louis County. St. Louis County is handling that now. But I just didn't. I was wondering if the city had any.
We might be assisting in some fashion, but I would, if St. Louis County Police has already started talking about it and sharing it, I would direct you back to St. Louis County Police for right now.
So is it fair to call this man a delivery driver? Would that be accurate?
Yeah, I think that'd be fair.
Do you know where, was he shot? Was he stabbed?
He was shot.
He was shot.
Yep. And that goes back to that shots fired call earlier in the night.
Do you know where he was shot?
We're not going to release that. Any other questions? I know it is it's quite the timeline, so.
So this person is detained, and you guys are still interviewing him?
He is detained related to our homicide investigation, but was placed under arrest last night related to that shots fired call.
So we're going to say the suspect's in custody? Is that fair? He's been
A person has been detained. Yeah, and I'm hoping that we'll get an update from homicide early this afternoon.
What would be the recommended charge on just the shots fired call that he was arrested for?
I don't even know if the officers had a chance to get to the circuit attorney's office this morning to talk about it. Obviously, discharging firearms in the city of St. Louis is illegal, but obviously things have taken a very different turn this morning. And so our homicide detectives will work with District 5 officers to determine what our next steps are, and then we'll also work with the circuit attorney's office. I can tell you that the circuit attorney's office is in the building and are actively involved in the interview of the person that we have detained.
Originally,
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And that was after the arrest took place. So, because the shots fired call came in the area, in that same general area. The shots fired call came in. Officers had gotten information about the possible vehicle. They saw that a vehicle leaving at a high rate of speed, and then that's when a traffic stop was conducted a little less than a mile away. But officers did go back to that shots fired call and conducted, the investigation that needed to be conducted. It's my understanding that the victim here was found in the rear alley.
But not immediately after the shots fired.
Correct, at around 1 o'clock. Yeah.
No one alerted them was the pinging of the cell phone.
That is correct, by U City Police's investigation, yeah.
And the shots fired call happened where again?
Olive and Whittier. You guys good?
Can we hop to the warehouse fires, because I currently know you sent some evidence to an FBI lab, if I remember correctly, do you have an update on
ATF,
ATF?
yeah. We don't have an update, but I also didn't ask for one this morning. So if you send an email to media, we can try and get you an update. I can tell you that we were just notified as we were coming down here that the individual that was arrested yesterday by officers related to the homeless encampment at Cass and Tucker has been charged. The Circuit Attorney's Office has approved charges on that, so that should appear on CaseNet soon. It's my understanding that he has been charged with attempt knowingly burning.
Was he in a house person also, Rich?
Yes, it's my understanding he lives there in the encampment.
Do you have any update on the suspect for the mother and 9-year-old daughter that were shot and burned in their home in North St. Louis?
Yes, somewhat vague. I can tell you that our homicide detectives have been working very closely with our counterparts in Poplar Bluff related to that homicide investigation. And we are doing everything we can to bring justice to the mother and the 9-year-old girl, Paige.
But nobody has been arrested yet.
Nobody has been taken into custody related to the murders of the mom and daughter. That's correct.
Rich, can I ask you a thing about the housing, unhoused?
Sure.
What's going to happen with that, anything?
I would have to refer you back to the city of St. Louis, Human Services, and the mayor's office.
So, but you, as police, you've been given no orders to go in there and break it down, disband it.
That is correct, and just to be clear, City Hall does not give orders to the police department because we're under state control, but, yeah,
I wouldn't say orders, but
Sure.
just if you had been in communication with them.
sure. We're in constant communication with the mayor's office and City Hall. We have a very good partnership, and we know that there's been a lot of conversations surrounding the structure that has been established there at that encampment, and we'll continue to be in conversations with City Hall and the mayor's office regarding that, and we will work closely with what needs to be done to ensure that people stay safe and the law is followed.
Mitch, did you guys ever find the officer who claimed he saw Beeman?
I was wondering if that was going to come up today.
Please.
You know I had to ask.
Thank you. So I watched the news conference by the health department, and when they said that an SLMPD officer saw the monkey, I immediately looked at Sean with my jaw dropping to the ground. That is the first we had heard of it, and we are the District 6 captain, Matt Karnowski, sent an email to the District 6 officers asking anybody who saw the monkey to come forward, and that did not happen. We have no evidence to believe that any SLMPD officer saw the monkey or monkeys. And my only assumption is that, and this is just me guessing, is that there was some type of communication, and I don't know who that would have been with, because we have not been in communication with the health department regarding this, outside of us trying to locate the alleged officer. What I can tell you is that there was a 911 call made on that Thursday, and I don't know the exact day, but it was that Thursday when all this stuff started popping up on social media, of a person who said that there was a monkey in a certain area. And I forget what street that is. Athlon. Thank you, Sean. And so when this started coming up, Sergeant Mazzola did a little bit of some research. We pulled that 911 call. We listened to that 911 call, and it was from a mail carrier who said that her coworker friend, who's also a mail carrier, apparently saw the monkey. We tried to reach out to that person who said that she saw the monkey. She has not called us back. So I don't know I don't know at what point there was communication between SLMPD. It's very possible that when we were making phone calls from our communications division to animal control, because the call was coming from SLMPD, maybe they thought that we saw the monkey. I'm not sure, but there was a 911 call. But it was also third party from somebody who said that somebody told them they saw it. So, but I can tell you that there is no evidence at this point to believe that an SLMPD officer saw the monkey.
Is there any reason to believe that they're real, all four of the monkeys?
We have had no involvement in this until the health department said that an SLMPD officer saw the monkey.
I mean, you haven't like received any calls for a suspicious person, and it's in the backyard.
Correct. I mean, I think that really it was just that first 911 call, and that's really been our department's only involvement of somebody saying that this happened, and we quickly made sure that all the monkeys at the zoo were accounted for.
What about the goat?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about the goat? Where's the goat?
There was a pursuit involving a goat. But, yes.
You know, life's really bad around here, so I just wanted to, exactly, ended on a happy note.
I did tell Sean that I was hoping that we would never have to talk about the monkeys from this briefing room, so,
The memes are killers. They've been all over St. Louis.
yes. There may have been some ones floating around the police department.
Yes, you know, I think I saw one that said, St. Louis Metropolitan Police. Was that the
This one? Oh, I don't know. I've made a couple.
Okay, because
Yeah.
we had one with KMOX, but they were all.
Oh, yes. Yes. We've all, Mark, have you gotten in on the memes? Okay. All right. You guys good?
Yeah.
Need anything else? Okay. Just let us know if you guys have any questions on the timeline. We tried our best to articulate it.